Are you stuck, often finding yourself unfulfilled and longing for real change? Do you experience self-doubt, burnout, and your attempts come at a really high price? Are you ready to confront the uncomfortable? Well, in this podcast video, we go way beyond surface level advice, diving deep into the heart of personal growth with honesty and courage. If you're looking for a podcast and channel that challenges you, enlightens you, and supports you in becoming the best version of yourself, well, you've just found it. Get ready to explore, reflect, and flourish. This is where your journey begins. Welcome to the Self-Reflections podcast with Klaudia, where we cut through the noise, get comfortable with the uncomfortable, and get real about personal growth. I'm Klaudia, an entrepreneur, multi-seven-figure business owner, a registered psychologist, and life and mindset coach. And that was a mouthful. I'm here to challenge you, yes you, to take a hard look at yourself, ditch the excuses, and break free from what's holding you back. In today's episode, I share why after 15 years in psychology, I have become a podcaster and a YouTuber, how this podcast and channel will be science and evidence-based education, as well as your favorite dose of cement to harden the, well, you get it, to obtain clarity, strength, and at the very least, success. Why you don't want to miss any of our upcoming episodes as we explore and so much more, and how you will make a profound change that truly resonates with the life you deserve. So if you're a professional, entrepreneur, man or woman looking to be challenged out of the repetitive, automatic, unfulfilling mindset you're in, please like, subscribe, and enjoy the Self-Reflections podcast with Klaudia. Now let me share a little bit about my personal journey. I immigrated from Europe at the age of 5. I grew up with my brother and two hardworking parents who built their way from literally nothing. We had no family here in Australia and really had to learn from scratch how to make our way. As a young girl, I had an ability to succeed at anything I put my mind to, but really felt lost, doubtful, and often out of place. I honestly had no idea what I wanted to be when I grew up, and back then, makes me sound old, but back then you didn't have the guidance that is available now. But something inside me knew that it will all work out, and here we are. My fascination with psychology and the human mind during university was a significant turning point. I realized that understanding my history and improving myself could also help thousands of others. From youth work, community services, non-for-profit, and private sectors, I explored all the industry had to offer and what it takes to truly help people. I eventually opened my own private practice, Self-Reflections, in 2014, and it has been a journey of constant growth. Today, not only is the clinic a multi-seven-figure business setting an extremely high standard of care, but I, as a psychologist, continued to expand. For over 15 years, I've been calling it as I see it, helping people just like you find their path to authentic living and true success. I've worked with entrepreneurs, professionals, and everyday men and women with all types of concerns, challenges, and diagnoses from all walks of life. In my psychology role, I'm known for not shying away from complexities. For example, depression, anxiety, trauma, personality disorders, and eating disorders. I have a current waitlist of people eager to see me and have recently been voted the best psychologist in our local area, which I'm so humbled by. The truth is, I wanted more. Not just for me, but for those I wanted to help that standard one-to-one therapy just wasn't able to. I wanted to create value and above all, leave a legacy. Since my early career, I have been passionate about group programs, retreats, and online support extending far beyond one-on-one therapy. Recently, this led me down a path to explore life and mindset coaching. This allows me to explore how else I can support those that need it. And thankfully, technology has given me the opportunity to extend way beyond the one-to-one sessions I would have in my clinic space. This podcast grew from my desire to reach and help a broader audience. Personally, I'm a couple of years shy of 40, but energetically I feel like somewhere in my mid-20s. I truly believe I'm the creator of my own reality, and since I've been young, I've been able to manifest so many wonderful things among the heartache in this thing we call the human experience. I live on the coast a few hours south of Sydney, Australia, with my loving husband and our two beautiful Labradors, Snow and Moon. We consciously and very happily, I might add, decided not to become parents after an IVF and miscarriage journey, which I'll save for a future episode. I am actually truly grateful for the freedom this decision has given us, and we wouldn't have known that it would be so wonderful. We travel multiple times a year, immerse ourselves in experiences, and navigate a commuting life with Greg working overseas. So, why this podcast? It was never on the cards, to be honest. However, I'm a firm believer of signs and guidance that help evolve your experience. This gentle nudge came from my dad. My mum, dad, and I were sitting for hours talking about such deep and profound topics, and he suggested it. I couldn't stop thinking about it, and something inside just ignited. I knew it was the right step forward. So what can you expect? Each week we'll delve into mental health, personal development, and the real challenges of becoming unstuck. We'll hear from experts like specialists, professionals, as well as everyday people who've been where you are now. We'll cover topics, and so many of them, like overcoming imposter syndrome, pushing past self-imposed limits, building discipline and taking responsibility, how to truly rewire your brain and change your mindset, unblocking and letting go of things that no longer serve you, making very difficult choices, as I know they are. I'm a human too. We'll cover some spirituality and the true meaning of a successful life, among so much more. These topics are geared all towards helping you become the best version of yourself that aligns with your unique path. This podcast isn't just another feel-good, sugar-coated talk. It's about facing tough truths, confronting what's uncomfortable, and emerging stronger together. It's making the uncomfortable comfortable. It's being seen, challenged, and supported to flourish. It's a non-BS approach and a loving kick up the ass. It's honestly the podcast you and secretly I have been waiting for. The format of this podcast is varied to keep it engaging. You can expect solo episodes where I dive deep into specific topics, guest interviews including experts and real-life stories, and interactive Q&A sessions. We'll also explore case studies offering practical solutions to common challenges. What sets this podcast apart is my direct, no-nonsense approach. I definitely do not shy away from hard truths, and I tell it how it is. The other thing is I won't just be guiding you, I'll be walking the walk right alongside you. I'll call myself out, share my own struggles, and together we'll discover the raw, unfiltered truths about transformation. And while these episodes, I wanted originally for them to be for everybody, they will be for those specific that are ready to make that change. I invite you to join our community on all socials. Engage with me on social media, either at Official Self Reflections or Klaudia, and on our YouTube channel, Self Reflections. Your feedback, stories, and questions are what make our journey enriching for all of us. So if you're ready for a podcast and a channel that's as real as it gets, hit that subscribe button. Let's dive deep, challenge ourselves, and build the lives we deserve. And remember, if you have any questions you'd like answered in our Q&A segments, send them via social media or email me at claudia@selfreflections.com.au. Welcome to the Self Reflections Podcast.